Guess I'm live now. Hey, what's up? This is George Shamoun. As the title states, I'm gonna answer your questions about why and how to learn Linux and in specific Linux commands. So if you have any questions, submit it in the comments and let me know if you're interested in learning Linux commands and the Linux operating system in general, and whether you're learning it and you have any question about how to proceed. If you're having any challenges, any problems, let me know. Drop your questions in the comment box below. And if you like this kind of content and uh, presentation, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I need to grow it and I need your help. And in return, I will help you make more videos and answer questions about Linux commands, web page coding, how to make a web page using HTML5, CSS3, and the basics of JavaScript, even though I'm starting new with it. So I don't pretend that I am an expert when it comes to JavaScript. It's very difficult. And recently I started to use Python, so we can work on Python too, So Linux is for home use, it's for free, and anybody can get it and install it on their machine, or if you have an old machine. And also, you don't even have a specific computer for it, like separate one. You can run it on the top of your existing operating system. Like if you have Windows, you can install VirtualBox, so you don't even touch the physical aspect of your computer, and you can run the VirtualBox and you can use Linux commands. But myself, since I have different computers, uh, I'm using Linux. So I had the Windows 8, and it started to ask for a lot of updates, and some software don't run on it, so I figured I'll use Linux. But Linux doesn't replace Windows or Mac. Every computer has its own use. But for me, I'm using Linux and I like it, and I'm learning web development, and it's got all what I need. And what's nice about it, it's got all the tools you need for software engineering, web development, trying different kind of programming languages. What's nice about Linux, it's got so many tools for developers and they come built in it. Like if you want to use a Python, if you want to use JavaScript, and if they're not built in it, you can install them and they're easily installed, like using the command line or the Ubuntu Software Center if you're using Ubuntu like myself. But I'm not sure about other Linux distributions, what they use. But so. Yeah, again, my name is George Shamon, and I'm coming to you live from the U.S. state of South Dakota. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you have any questions, submit it in the comments. I have about 20 to 25 minutes before I leave the house, so I figured I'll squeeze in this session so I can help you with some questions, because I made a short video yesterday, and it's about three methods I used to I used to learn Linux commands. And I'm not learning it now. I've been learning using Linux for the longest time, for the last 20 years, on and off, But now I'm using it more because it has so many tools for learning software development and web development and programming languages. So. Yeah, so it's in the beginning, it looks overwhelming, but what's nice about Linux, you don't even have to learn everything in the beginning. You can start gradual. You can do a search on the internet, and there's a lot of resources. You can go to YouTube. There are a lot of resources about the commands, how to use them. You can buy a book, like myself. I bought a book a year ago, but I don't use it much because I've been using Linux for a long time and I know the basics of it. And you don't even have to remember all the commands. You just start with the basics, and then with time you evolve, you increase your learning and skills, you know, and you can take online courses if you want, you know, taking online courses will help. And by the way, I have an online course if you're interested. I can link it in the description below. It's Linux commands for beginners. So if you visit my website, georgekcwebservices.com, and you go to the top navigation tab where it says online courses, and you click on a link, there's a page for Linux commands course, and you click the link in the bottom, it will take you to this description page. So, but you don't even have to enroll in my course. There are a lot of resources online. There are a lot of free resources you can use, you know. But the free resources, they're like you have to assemble in bits and pieces. But when you take a course, it's well structured. It's much better to learn faster. So let me know in a box below if you need to learn Linux, if you have any questions about it, if you're learning it now, how to access the command lines, what tools you need, what resources you need to install it on your computer, or whether your computer has it. Because even if you have a Mac, I think the Mac has access to the command prompt in Linux. You can use the so. Maybe I can let me link the link, put the link in the description or in a comment box in the chat. This way, in case somebody is interested in checking it. So yeah, so if you go to, let me see. Let me just get out of this, out of that. So I'm running Linux right now, you know. Let me show you how it looks like. So let me flip the page. This is the Linux command line here. And this is the graphical user. So it's got a graphical user interface. It's not only so it's right here, you see. It's like a regular computer. It's got so many softwares you can use nowadays. Unless you use like Windows software like Photoshops and those softwares, you may not be able to use them on Linux, but it's got a lot of resources, you know. Like if you look here, this is the Ubuntu software. I'm running Ubuntu 22.04, and this is how you install and you see what's involved on your computer, you know. So you go here to this center, everything is done, like the software installation, removal, checking what you have, the updates, everything is done with this center. You don't even have to go to the internet yourself, it's already connected. So it shows you here what's installed. It shows you here if there's any updates, and it will tell you up to date, last checked one. It keeps it checking for updates, and it will let you know. If you want to explore here, you can search for. You use this search box to search for software you want to install, and if you click on the installed here, it will show you what I have installed on this unit, on this computer. Look, so many software you can use. All of these are free, all of those, you know. And this is the software updater. So if you look here, just want to show you what this is OBS Studio for live streaming and screencasting. This is OpenShot for video editing. This is the LibreOffice Draw Impress Writer. It does a lot of similarities and very compatible with Microsoft Office. And if you look here, this is the Visual Studio Code. This is what I use to for editing the codes. And this is a Blender. You can use it for animation, to make animation, but it's a very difficult software. I dabbled with it a little bit, but it's very difficult, you know. But if you use it, you can learn it if you want. And this is on the top of the GUI. You can run the command line. It's right here. This is the terminal, and you can run commands. And this is the importance of Linux, is to use the commands, you know. So if you have any questions about Linux and learning it, let me know so I can answer you on this live stream. I still have about 15 minutes before I leave. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna link my course in the description in case somebody interested to check it out. There is no pressure. You don't have to enroll. There are a lot of courses too, but let me just link it here. This is my channel, and this is the live. So I'm gonna link it in the description here. So So I'm trying to get the link for the course. Manage pages. Okay, view. Let's see. Okay, so this is the this is the course here. This is how it looks like. Let me show you. It says, this is my name, Josh K. Shamon, and this is the course, Linux Commands for Beginners. I will add this link in the YouTube chat. Copy. So it's right here. Let me add this note. If you are interested in learning Linux commands, check out my online course at this link. Okay, colon. So let me see, and let me add it in the, okay, so if you go here, yeah, so if you click on this one, it will take you to the description page of the course. You can read about the course. So this is how it looks like. This is the course description page. And even if you go to my website, this is my website, georgekcwebservices.com. This is the website here. You can go to the where it says online courses. Where am I here? Yeah, online courses. And you go to Linux Commands for Beginners. You click on it, and then you can get this page. This is for the how much it is, and if you want to check out. But check this page for just to read about the description to understand what's the course all about. So Linux Commands for Beginners. Then I do a description of the course, all of it, and then if you look at the end. There's a curriculum. You'll know what exactly you want to learn. It's about 12 sections, and each one is divided into chapters. You can expand them, and you can have an idea about what you learn. And it's only $49. You know, it's not that expensive. And I will help you if you get stuck. You let me know. I'm here on YouTube, and if you have any question, let me know about Linux, learning the Linux commands, and why should you learn it. And again, if you're interested, let me know and drop your click on this link. It will take you to the web page of the course. So Linux is very important, guys. If you want to get into get more technical in the even if you don't want, I mean, it's good for beginners and advanced, and it's got so many tools in case you want to learn how to code, how to program. it's got all kind of tools for programmers. It's got programs for Python, for the web development, for JavaScript. You can install Node on it. I installed the Visual Studio Code. I installed Node, and you can do that from the command line. And you can access Python from the command line if you want. I can show you right now. If you go to the terminal window, it was already installed, but I had to upgrade it to Python 3. So let me show you how you access Python from the command line in Linux. So you just type Python, Python 3. This is the version I have. It's PH, and you hit enter, and I think I misspelled it. Python. Okay, that's how you spell it. So Python 3, and you hit enter. And if you look here, it says Python 3.8.10 default September 11, 2024 when I installed it. And then it will give you the, it says on Linux, and it shows you the Python prompt when you access the interpreter. So you can right now you can use commands to that runs in Python. Let's say I want to print, I want to add two numbers. So the way you do it in Python is print, and between parentheses, you let's say you want to add two numbers. Let's say I want to add 50 plus 75, and I want to hit enter, and it added those two numbers, 125, 50 plus 75. This is a print command. It will print the result between the parentheses. And if you use the arrow up, you can reprint you can reuse the command. And let's say you want to use, you want to print my name, let's say. So what you do, it's a string, George, let's say George. And if you want it to be printed as is, you just add the apostrophe here, the single quotation actually. And this is the single quotation, and now it's gonna print my name, George. So if I hit the print, so this is how you run Python statement or commands from the command prompt in Linux. So basically this is a Python interpreter running on the top of the Linux commands. So from the Linux commands, you can use Python. And if I want to exit, you just hit exit, parentheses, and you hit exit. And once you hit exit parentheses, you exit the Python interpreter. You'll be sent back. You end up with the Linux commands again. Let's say if you're programming in JavaScript, you can use Node.js. I already installed it. So Node, you type Node.js, right? Node.js at the command prompt, and you hit enter, and you access the Node.js for entering JavaScript commands, like statements and programs. So basically, right away, immediately, you're using the command line to use Python, Node.js for JavaScript. So, and also, again, Control Z, I think you quit. Either you quit or you exit. Okay, so... Okay, I hit Control Z. Any time you hit Control Z in Linux, you exit the command prompt, and you hit the clear. You go back to the beginning of the page. So, guys, if you're enjoying this presentation, if you're interested in this kind of topics, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of topic. I talk about Linux commands, about web page making like HTML, CSS, and I'm starting with the JavaScript. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. So, and let me know if you have any questions so I can answer them on this live stream right now. And let me know, are you learning how to make a web page, how to use Python, how to use JavaScript? I am new in JavaScript, but I've been using HTML, CSS for a long time, for the last 2-3 years. So I'm good when it comes to HTML5, CSS3. JavaScript I started recently, and I stress the importance, and I started recently using Python too, and I stress a lot on using Linux if you want to get into, if you want to get technical, if you want to get into the coding, the programming. Linux operating system is great for programmers, for web development, and it's got so many tools. Even if you don't want to learn coding, even if you don't want to get into programming, it has so many tools that you can use. So any questions, let me know so I can answer them on this live stream before I leave in 8 minutes. Okay, we have a question. Mr. Blank, welcome. Thank you for joining this live stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, so I want to grow it and I want to help you too. Let me see your question. Mr. Blank, I installed Mint a few days back, and I am interested in learning the terminal, but I don't understand it. Could you explain it to me? Okay, so Mr. Blank, uh, first, you did the great. You installed Mint. It's a great Linux distribution, and you should have access to the terminal. Now, if you want to use the terminal, I make a lot of videos here on my channel, and I have so many videos about Linux commands, and you can search the internet for free if you want. And also, I have I have a course online. I just added the link over there. If you like to check it out, just look at the description and see if you're interested in it. It's a basic course. It helps new beginners, new starters with Linux. Even if you're not a beginner, it will help you too, because it's a refresher. And I made it the way I learned myself Linux command. What I learned, I distilled in this course. So check it out. It's only $49. And if you're not interested, it's okay. You can get any other, course, and you can get books too. I have this books. I have this book here. It says how, I don't know if you see it, how Linux works. Books are good too. So you can buy a book. You can search the internet, you can search YouTube, and you can ask me questions here on this channel. And I have so many videos about Linux. And also check out my course. Why is my course good? Because it's basic, the way I learned it, and I will help you. I'm not gonna be giving you this course and then I leave you stranded on your own. Even though it's a self-paced course, you gotta do it on your own, but I will help you with answering questions. And if you get stuck, you let me know. I can get with you on a live stream or a video or a call or something, and I will help you. So I'm not gonna leave you stranded. Check it out, and So, okay, another question, Mr. Blank. I also started self-learning HTML and CSS. Any suggestions? Great, that's a great. So use I don't know what you use and what code editor. You need a code editor to learn HTML, CSS, and there are so many. My favorite is Visual Studio Code, and also you can install it on Linux. And even if you have Windows computer or Mac, you can use. There are so many code editor, and you can use Visual Studio Code too. So okay, perfect. Yeah, using VS Code. Yes, that's what I use. What computer are you running? Are you running Windows or Mac or? Okay, so I started self-learning. Yeah. Okay, so again, the way I learned, I joined an online course, Linux Mint, yes. So I joined an online course. I learned HTML, CSS, and started with JavaScript. Courses are great online courses. And I don't have any course about HTML, CSS, but I can answer questions here if you want me to. But I joined an online course. It's called for codingphase.com. I still use it. It's $20 a month, but he has a lot of specials. It's good, but you don't have even to take course. You can do it on your own. You can get a book. There are so many easy books. So. Yeah, but you can ask questions here, and I have videos about HTML, CSS on my channel to check them out. So let's see who else. Vasty Christmas, welcome. Hello, what do you prefer for your infrastructure, Debian like or Red Hat? Okay, I've been using for the longest time Debian based Linux, and I think Ubuntu is based on Debian, so I use Debian because Red Hat is great, but I think you have to pay for it. It's commercial or you have to pay for it. I like Ubuntu, because actually most Linux commands are the same among all distributions, but they can vary from one very minor changes, you know. But Red Hat is a bit different, you know. I use Ubuntu, it's for free. I think Red Hat is for free, but you do not get the support. It's commercial, you know. So Red Hat, Ubuntu is a free for, and you can use Mint. Mint is great, you know. So yeah. So anybody have another question? Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I need to grow it and I need your help. Every single subscribers means a lot to me, and I want to thank you so much for joining me. And make sure you subscribe and you add a question. Submit your question. I can help you right now. And if I can answer you right now, I can answer you later on. You know, I can check the chat later on. I'll be leaving in a few minutes. So yeah, I had to squeeze this live stream now before I leave. I still have about 5 minutes, so let me know if you have any questions. And again, make sure you subscribe and check out the course. I have the link for it about Linux, and there is no pressure. I'm not pressuring anybody, but since I have it, I want to let you know that I have it. And this is a well-structured course. It will help you a lot in learning the basics of Linux commands, and I will help you. I'll stand behind you, and I'm not gonna give you the course and leave you stranded. And it's not expensive. It's $49. $49 for a lot of material, a lot of commands. And I'm here on YouTube. And once you join, if you join the course, you can send me, you know, text or not text, email. You know, you can send me a message, and I get it through my email, and I will answer you. So yeah. Any questions? Any comments? Anybody needs any help here, so I can answer you right now. Yeah, and on this channel, if you're interested in this kind of topics, on this channel, I make videos and tutorials about Linux commands, other softwares like Visual Studio Code. I make simple web pages using HTML and CSS and some JavaScript. I don't know much JavaScript, but HTML, CSS, I feel comfortable with them, you know. But this is how you start in web development. If you want to start web development, this is how you start: HTML5, CSS3, you know, and then you'll add more on those like JavaScript and then the back-end languages. And also, I started recently with using Python because I have Linux. Python is installed, so I've been using that for the last couple of weeks, and I can make more videos about Python. And I make videos about other softwares on Linux that come free, and also they can be on other, you know, so other operating systems like if you go to Inkscape, GIMP, all of those, Blender, you can use those on other systems too. You can use them on Windows and Mac, you know. So, but I just want to let you know that Linux is a great software to use, and try it. And if you want to learn the command line, even if you have a Windows machine, there is a way to install VirtualBox and the command line on the top of Windows, because now there's a lot of overlapping, not overlapping, like coordination and joint effort between Windows operating systems and Linux. This is why they tell you the Azure, there are so many commands, you know, that Linux user can use on Azure, and you can install Linux commands on Windows, the advanced ones, like after Windows 10, I think. So anybody have a question, let me know. If you have any questions about Linux commands, how to learn it and why you should learn Linux, and why it's a good skills, you know. So and what tools it has, let me know in the comment box below. I still have a couple minutes before I leave, and please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this kind of topics. I need your help to grow the channel, and I want to help you too in return, making live videos like these and answering your questions, making long form videos and answering your questions. So who else? Anybody else have a question? Comments, topics. If you have any topics about making videos related to software on my channel that I use on my channel, like Linux, Visual Studio Code, Inkscape, GIMP, I can help with those. So, okay, let's see. There's another question here. I appreciate your answer. You're welcome anytime. You're welcome. Very Christmas. What's your opinion about Gentoo? Is it stable OS or it's just to play? You are bored. Honestly, I don't know what's a Gentoo. Is it an operating system? Is it like a Linux distribution? I'm not sure. I never heard of it. I don't know. If you're referring to Linux, the favorite two, like for somebody who's starting with Linux and the easiest ones, and even if you're not new, if you're experienced, I like Ubuntu, Linux Ubuntu, and I'm using 22.04 and Linux Mint. I like those because they have the graphical user interface. They're very similar. They have a lot of similarities the way they look like Windows. So if you're coming from Windows or you still use Windows, you find them very, user friendly, and their graphical user interface are very similar. You're not gonna find them strange or different. So yeah. I'm not sure what's about it, Gentoo. Is it like Linux or just toy? Yep. So anybody have any questions? Guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe. I need your help in growing the channel. So if you have not subscribed yet, because I see a couple people subscribe, and I do appreciate that. Every one of you counts. Everyone counts. Anybody else have a question about Linux commands, how to access how to install it, the resources? And I want to mention that you can still use Linux and Windows or Mac. You don't. Nothing replaces, like no system replaces another. There's always a place for using Windows, for using Mac if you're used to them, and for using Linux. I don't like the idea of replacing one with another, because the Linux command is so powerful that Windows and other systems don't have it. I mean, Mac has a good command interface, command terminal, but you have free. The good thing about Linux is for free for home use. You're not using it for commercial in a business. For home, it's for free. You can use it for free as an operating system. If you have another computer, this way you don't have to pay for Mac or Windows operating system. So and if you have Windows and you want to learn Linux, you can use the VirtualBox. You can install VirtualBox on the top of a Windows machine. This way you don't touch the hardware, you don't touch the hard disk. It runs virtually. That's a good option too if you only have Windows machine. So okay, so guys, I have to wrap up this session. I want to thank you so much for joining. I have to leave. I have to a commitment now. But if you have any questions, drop them in a comment, and I will answer you later on. I will check them later on, and I might do another live stream this evening. I'm not sure what time, so I will answer your questions if you wanna submit them here in a live stream later on tonight. So with that said, I wanna thank you so much for joining, and I want to wrap it up now. I have to end it, and later on maybe I can do another one. But drop your questions. I will answer you later on. So, and make sure you subscribe. This way you get notification of new videos I make. Thank you so much. Have a great day or a great evening or a great afternoon. It depends where you are in this world. I'm not sure where you're tuning in from, but I am in the US. From the US state of South Dakota, I'm coming to you live, and my name is George Chamoun. Thank you so much. Have a great day.